What's up, guys? Ron Harris here, Ron Harris Muscle. So judging just wrapped up down in Tampa for the Tampa Pro. As predicted, the win does look like it's coming down to either Jonathan Delarosa or Mohamed Foda. Foda already has his Olympia qualification, of course. So a lot of us are really pulling for John here, who got fourth place. I erroneously said fifth place at both the Arnold USA and Arnold UK earlier. So let's go to the Instagram, as old people say. This is AJ Kelly's Instagram. He grabbed some footage from the pay-per-view. This is a good side-by-side look at Mohamed and Jonathan. And yeah, it's tough. It is tough. They're both looking fantastic. Let's see if I can give you my honest opinion here. Let's see, rear double. Man, Jonathan's got some crazy detail there. They're both looking dug out from the back. I think Jonathan's a little sharper. And, considering he prepped earlier in the year, this is his second round of competing. Props to him, his coach, Patrick Tour. That is not easy to do. Mohamed just competed, just won Chicago Pro last weekend. So this is just a continuation, another week of dieting. Jonathan had to basically go off prep a little bit after March and get right back into it for this. He's really hoping to get that Olympia qualification. So there's a good side-by-side. These two they're very evenly matched. I'm sure the judges are having a very hard time trying to figure out what to do with these guys. They're both thick. Look at that side leg. They both have great side legs. Yeah, I mean, body part for body part, you can't say one's blowing the other away. I do like the greater amount of detail and muscle maturity that I see with Jonathan from the back. I think back is something Mohamed just needs a little bit more work on if he's going to advance that next level. So I think that might be the deciding factor here today. Let's keep looking. There's Jordan Hutchinson, who was in. They did a final call out of just the top four guys, and Jordan was in it. Jordan took fifth last place in Chicago after not being in the first call out of 8 guys. So for someone to jump up from not being in what the judges would have considered top 8 to being top 5, props to Jordan and his coach, Chris Tuttle. But Jonathan really looking like a champ today. Yeah, I'm a little biased. I know Jonathan. I've known Jonathan for years. I always root for him. He's such a good guy. And he's such a hard worker. Never complains, just keeps working and grinding. Yeah, I got to give the judges credit. Head judge Steve Weinberger. He moved people around, but John was always in the middle. Sometimes Jordan was next to him. Sometimes Mohamed Foda. Vlad Sukhoruchko looking like a strong contender. Here's John by himself. This is from the pay-per-view footage. This is from AJ Kelly, AJ.Kelly Robert. Remember AJ from Global Muscle? The podcast that we had on MD. Giles still did long after, but they were a good team there for a while. So Jonathan looking just peaked, full. I think he had said he was up a few pounds from March, but with the same condition. He does look fuller. Things are really popping on Jonathan today. Glutes came in. The thing with Jonathan, I was always a stickler about his condition because sometimes he would be just a little bit watery looking to me. Actually, more than sometimes. Several shows I used to critique John for just having a little bit of film. Didn't quite either get lean enough or was just a little bit of subcutaneous water. Looked like he really nailed it today. I'm not one for conspiracy theories. I'm not. But if I'm a judge and two guys both look worthy of a win and I can't make up my mind and one's already got his Olympia qualification, the other one doesn't, I'm a human being. I'm going to go with the guy that still needs that qualification. And I don't think anyone would argue about Jonathan winning this today. I don't think Foda's blowing him away. He was fairly dominant last week in Chicago. Today, no, not so much. Stronger lineup here today. We're going to look at some of the other guys too, of course. It's not a two-man show. It's not just a two-man show. Foda and Jonathan are the front runners. That was men's physique. All right, so let's go to different Instagram. Who is the best bodybuilder? That's a good question. This is a good shot here of the top four. As you can see, on the left you have Mohamed Foda, Jordan Hutchinson, Jonathan Delarosa, and Vlad Sukhoruchko. I was watching the excellent coverage desktop bodybuilding Xavier Willis was doing, and Xavier did notice same thing that Giles had pointed out on our preview a couple days ago. You can't really tell it from here, but we'll when we see him a little closer up, Vlad Sukhoruchko, his delts look a little overdone. And like, guys, everybody injects stuff. That's just part of the game here, but it's not supposed to be distracting. You're never supposed to be able to say, hey, that looks like he's putting too much stuff in his shoulders or his triceps or whatever the case may be, wherever the oil is going. So this is a little bit. I wish I had better footage, guys. I saw yesterday a couple channels that were live streaming the live stream on their channels, and today they were not. So I'm guessing they got that copyright strike that was coming to them. Like when you watch Xavier's show, he takes screenshots. He does not share the live stream because that is copyright infringement. I know you guys don't care. You just want to watch everything for free. I get that. That's cool. I'm not mad at you. But you can't do that. You will, especially if you're one of the bigger channels that they take notice of, they will give you a warning or throw a copyright strike at you because promoters are trying to make some money off this. It's a business. And if people are hijacking or pirating their stream and showing it on their YouTube channel and they're getting the money, so maybe they paid the 20, 30, 50 bucks, whatever for the stream, but now they're streaming the same thing live on their channel. They're getting all the money. So another look at Mo Foda today. Yeah, Giles compares him a lot to Hadi Chupon, and I see some similarities. Of course, Hadi's a little shorter and thicker and has much better quads, but I do see some similarities. Yeah, he needs a little more back to be mentioned in the same breath as Hadi, but he's on his way. This guy is definitely making his mark, and I'm glad he's doing these U.S. shows. He's Egyptian, living in Dubai, I believe. Yeah, okay, that was it. That was all he had. So let's go to some more stuff. That was who was the best bodybuilder. Let's keep on going down the line. Bodybuilders Without Borders. I believe you had to look sideways at this one at times. You want to turn your head? Yeah, so that is, if you want to turn your head, this was a second call out. Tim Budesheim was not in the first call out. Louis Breed was. He's a second one down, I'd say on your left, but it's actually down from the top. Did not make, I should say Tim didn't make first call out. Louis did. The first call out was Louis Breed, Jonathan Delarosa, Mohamed Foda, Jordan Hutchinson, guy named Jason May from Missouri, USA. I was not familiar with him. Of course, Vlad Sukhoruchko. I can't look at this sideways stuff. It hurts my eyes. It gives me a headache. So here's some better stuff. A better look at Jonathan today by himself. Beautiful double bicep, small waist, always had great arms. Chest has come up. I used to knock his chest and say he needed more. I'd still like to see a little bit more upper chest, but his chest has come a long way from where it was a few years ago. Yeah, Jonathan's looking very, very complete, very full. I'd be more surprised if he didn't win today than if he did. As good as Mo looks, Jordan Hutchinson looking good, and Vlad Sukhoruchko is a beast. We're going to look at some footage of him in a bit. But Jonathan just put it together today, him and his coach, Patrick Tour. Good stuff. ProStudio1.com. I'm going to just click over to that. I wonder what that is. That's must be a photographer. All right, sorry about that, guys. Back to Jonathan. Back to Bodybuilders Without Borders. That's the sideways stuff. I don't like that. So yeah, look at Jonathan real quick for a second again. Yeah, separation was an issue with him. I'd still love to see a little bit clearer, crisper separation with Jonathan, but nobody's got every single attribute 10 out of 10. But he's got the best overall package that I'm seeing today on this Tampa Pro stage. Looking great. Sideways again. Okay, we're going away. That was Bodybuilders Without Borders. Thanks for letting me share your stuff, guys. Let's see. Sulios gives us some good coverage, of course. Sulios here on his page, which is just SULEOSE. There's a couple some still shots comparing that first call out. You see Lewis Breed on the left. Lewis looking stacked, very dense, full muscle. Mohamed Foda, who was dubbed Big Mofo at the Chicago Pro last weekend by, he's going to kill me, Alon Powers. But I don't think the nickname is sticking. Nobody wants to be called a mofo. Jordan Hutchinson, John Delarosa, Vlad Sukhoruchko, and Jason May. Again, am not familiar with him, but so here is top 4. Look at that. Jordan, well on his way up the ranks. Foda, Jonathan. Jordan's got a great back. Look at that on that second, the lower half of that still photo there. That's Foda's, if you want to call it a weak point, it's a weak point because it's something that doesn't quite match the rest of them right now. From the front, Foda looks just phenomenal. Yeah, he could use a little more thighs, a little bit more, because his shoulders, chest, arms are just crazy. Jonathan, very, very proportionate, very balanced. And as again, you could see, I don't know if you could tell from this picture of Sukhoruchko, but the delts are enormous, but they just have a shine to them. You don't see any detail. Some more stuff. I keep going back to Nick's strength and power because Nick always puts up. Oh, okay. He's actually got it up right now. He's actually got his judging report up. This is Nick's strength and power. He's got 1.36 million subscribers for a reason. I'm just going to share his screen there. Why not? All right, so I'm going to go to Nick's strength and power guy. So look at his footage because he got the pay-per-view. I didn't. What a bum. All right, so there you can see it. Lewis Breed, Jordan Hutchinson, Mo Foda, John Delarosa, Vlad Sukhoruchko, Jason May. Well, there's Mike.
Dude, I'm like getting ready to kill somebody because I'm in the car driving. Manny, it's a snafu with our room. So, but dude, this is a great show, Ron. Yeah. Unbelievable show, bro. Competitive to all hell. Everybody's in shape, man. John Delarosa killed it.
Really? So you don't, guys, I just want to introduce you. This is Big Mike Cox, if you don't know. Big Mike, formerly from Cleveland, Ohio. Very few people are actually from Florida, but he now lives in the Tampa Bay area. And he was there where I should be, but I'm back. I'm up here in Boston. But Mike was up there. Mike and his lovely wife, Mandy, were in the VIP section. So, yeah.
This fucking dude's going to cuss the fuck out in 2 seconds. I'm not going to lose my temper with this guy. He's 130 pounds, so I'm going to just listen to what I'm going to put.
Yeah. So are you on the way to go eat, Mike? What are you doing?
Well, we got a room. They messed our reservation up, but we are ready to we got some food going back to the room. Just waiting for Manny Bros. But I can chat for a minute. I'm not going to kill anybody.
Okay. Yeah, please don't kill anybody on camera anyway. But
yes.
So give me an impression because it looked like they moved Hutchinson next to John a couple times. They put him in the middle, but you saw it as being a straight up win for Jonathan.
I think John's the clear winner. I think Hutchinson and Foda are fighting for second place. Because John didn't move. Now, two things too, Ron. The pictures, like these guys in person, look night and day different than the pictures I saw. So Foda was good, right? But I don't think he was Chicago good, right? It's not by much, but that guy's got a lot of muscle. He's got a ton of muscle. But John had that combination, bro, of everything, right? Small waist condition. I don't know if he was 10 pounds bigger than the Arnold, but he was definitely bigger. He was a lot fuller than he was in Columbus, but the same level of condition, and the color was phenomenal. It was very professionalism, right? The color, the shape. But Hutchinson, Ron, I know the last couple of weeks, Chicago, they kind of overlooked this dude.
Yeah.
He was a little fuller than Chicago, but it worked for him. He looked awesome, man. He looked fantastic. I don't think he may have gotten some first place. It may not be a clear, runaway for John. This guy's looking at me. I swear I'm gonna strangle this guy. Man, hurry up. But it's because they didn't move him, right? They didn't move John at all. But let me tell you something, Ron. If Vlad fixes his posing, this dude is so visually impressive, it's not even funny. I mean, we talk about freaks of the sport. This dude is a straight up freak, bro. It's just those delts are a little wonky, but the front double is a lot improved. Don't get me wrong, but that back double, man, he's hunching over like a zero and not arching his back, and that hurts him.
Yeah, Giles goes crazy. He can't watch. It pains Giles to watch Vlad pose because he makes himself look worse in some shots than he should, which is the total opposite of what you're trying to accomplish up there on stage.
And I think now, Ron, everybody's aware of it, right? So it's what you look for right away when he walks out, right? But if he just has, go to see Cormier, go to Kuwait, see Cormier, fix that stuff, man, because this dude, he is nasty. He's just this old school freak. Hey, dude, here comes Mandy. Let me hop off real quick to get her, and then I'll jump back on and get to our room.
Okay, sounds good, man. Thanks.
All right, bro. All right. Yep. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was Mike's report. Mike's got John solidly winning, and he was, I think, in the 6th or 7th row. He had pretty good seats for this show, so I trust his judgment. Mike's been to a ton of pro shows for the last 30 years, so when he says he's got a clear winner, I tend to agree with him. So looks like Jonathan's got this on lockdown. And Foda, I still see him as being clearly ahead just because mass, shape. But Hutchinson is no joke. From the back, I think Hutchinson's beating Mo in the back shots. Vlad's beating Mo in the back shots. But those are only 2 shots. Those are only 2 poses. Overall, I think it's going to go Jonathan, Foda, Hutchinson, Sukhoruchko. 5th place, I'm not sure. I think I might give that to Lewis Breed. He didn't really. We're looking at different footage here. That was Nick Strength and Power. Nick Strength and Power. I took your footage, but guys, you're already watching Nick Strength and Power, so I don't think he's going to be too upset about that. I hope not. If so, my bad, Nick. Yeah. So there's Lewis on the left. Let's go to some other stuff, though. Let's go back to Instagram. Suios. Let's go, because I actually want to show you some of the other winners from other divisions. So I feel like I've been remiss. I don't think I've been showing enough of the other divisions. So I'm going to go to some of that footage, give them some love. Why not? They work their asses off too. So let's see what he has on his channel. No, it's still open. I'm going to go to Gilco. Gilco had some good video footage of some of the winners. Gilco Productions, Mitch Gilbert. So this was your classic physique champion, Justin Badurina. A lot of people are comparing him to Bumstead based on shape, structure. They're both taller guys. I want to say Justin's about 6 foot. And a lot of people are already saying top 5 classic physique. We've said that about a lot of guys. The problem is when you have 30 guys that you've said are good enough to be top 5 at the Olympia, they can't all be in the top 5. This guy looks fantastic, though. Take nothing away from him. Back, I would want to see a little more thickness in that mid back. That seems to be kind of a hole in the physique, but beautiful shape and symmetry. Maybe a little more triceps. Tiny waist. Look at that vacuum. That's Justin, your classic winner. I'm not sure where this is. Dankovia. The Black Panther is Dankovia Anderson. Not sure if he got 2nd, but this guy's got a hell of a classic physique as well. Dankovia, give him a little screen time here. Look at that tiny waist. What a waist on that guy! It's like a bikini girl waist. Tremendous arm development. Could have been harder because if Gilco footage is the crispest 4K you're ever going to see. If somebody's in awesome condition, you'll see it on the Gilco footage. If they're not, you'll also be able to see that in the Gilco footage. So he could have been a little harder, but beautiful shape. What a physique on this guy. Who else? Did he win your? I don't know if he won. This men's physique athlete, flex fit, Mehdi Kabad Jamos. Gosh, I'm sure I'm butchering his name, so I apologize. But did he win? I don't know. Actually, this is just judging, so we don't know. Actually, no. They had their finals yesterday. Yeah, the adults on that guy. Another men's physique guy. Apologize if I don't know everyone's name, and that's his Instagram. Oh, here we go. Jordan Janowitz. This was your 212 champ yesterday. He was one of the two guys I had for the win. I thought it would be either him or David Henry. And I think David ended up taking third. But Jordan, from Michigan, I guess he recently moved to Texas. A lot of bodybuilders moving to Texas lately. That's becoming sort of a new hotspot, the Dallas area in particular. Of course, where Ronnie and Branch and Johnny have called home for many, many years. But ever since Gasp, Better Bodies made it their headquarters a few years back, there's been a lot more. Keon Pearson lives there now. Martin Fitzwater lives there now. And I guess Jordan's one of the gang too. Jordan looking great. Well-earned victory and qualification for the Olympia. Good job, Jordan. Yeah, I was looking at some of his updates, and I didn't think he was beating Dave Henry, but then I went and saw the stage footage from him from last year's or Texas a couple years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, he's someone who actually translates better on stage. This was his name, Cam George. Cam George. I think he was either runner-up or he was in the top 4. Apologize if I didn't write down the 212 placings. The scores are on ifbbpro.com. They already have the score sheets up for day 1 if you go to the results tab. But this guy looked really good. Cam George, 212 bodybuilder. Thick, great hams, glutes, delts. Good quad separation. Like to see that. Yeah. Congratulations. Because I went to his Instagram. So who else we got? I want to give credit some. This was figure athlete. This was one of the figure athletes. So another figure athlete. Try to go to the women's bodybuilder winner. Oh, this was Zama Bento, the one with that giant back from Brazil. I don't know how she ended up doing. So that was yesterday. So physique, women's physique is all over. This is Christina. What's your last name, Christina? Mendoza. How could I forget? Yeah. Did she win? Where'd she do? You Were So Beautiful. Yep. Okay. I believe she was second to Michaela. I believe she took second place to Michaela Aycock. Let's take a look at her. This was women's bodybuilding. I believe this was your runner-up. Her husband, boyfriend, partner, fiance, I'm not sure what their status is. Doesn't matter. They're together. They've been together for a long time. Joey Beltran. Joey Belt just turned pro last weekend at the USA Championships. Congratulations, Joey. It's been a long road. He's been at it for a while. Christina, I remember seeing her turn pro at the Tampa Pro, where they have a women's bodybuilding pro qualifier that Wings of Strength does every year. She had won that a couple of years back when I was there. Crazy legs on Christina. But obviously she's got just a very well-balanced physique overall. Good job, good job. And here was the winner, women's bodybuilding. Michaela Aycock. Michaela's won a few shows in her time. She's been top 5 at the Olympia a couple times at least, I'm sure. And I know, guys, I don't always know everyone's record. Giles is much better with that. And I do. Look at how dug out those glutes are. Jeez. How many male bodybuilders ever even get their glutes that dialed in and striated clearly? Look at that. Look at the back. Crazy detail and development there. Yeah, Michaela looking great. This is from the Gilco Productions Instagram, guys. Gilco Productions. They do that amazing 4K videography. That was Michaela. It was a nice still shot of. Oh, what am I saying? She won. My bad. I thought Michaela won. My bad. Congratulations, Christine. I didn't know you won. Congratulations. Good job. Okay. Good thing I was corrected on the stream. Didn't have to wait till later. That was, I don't know what division this was. It's bodybuilding. He must have been a 212. Great shots. Yeah, they do still photography as well. Gilco, Mitchell Gilbert and his brother. And the still photos are same high quality, same level of quality as their video work. Yeah, good stuff. Gilco Productions. Okay. All right, let's go back to Sulio says any new video up. No. Okay. Let's go to StreamYard. I'm going to stop screen for a second. All right, let's go to some of your comments, guys. Comments. Watch your show in Borghetto, Sicily. We're at a cafe and 16 of us watching. Greetings from Borghetto. Thank you. Grazie. I don't speak any Italian. That's all I can say is grazie. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Kevin Henry, great show for sure. John first. Mo, Jordan Bell for second. Vlad fourth. Yeah. Kevin Clements, I think John can take this. Absolutely, he can. This guy with Dread circa 2018, 2020 was looking like a huge classic threat. I think you're talking about Lord Jones. And I think he was top 5. I don't know where he is. Point is always top 5 potential guy until actual. Where did Sadiq place? I can actually go and find out. Hang on. So we can go to some results. I'm going to go to ifbbpro.com. Going to go to Tampa show. Okay, guys. So this is going to be ifbbpro.com website. And yep, here we go. All right. Can you see that? That's up on screen. Okay. So let's go to results. And 212 results are up, and that was Jordan Janowitz first. Marcus Costa second. Not familiar with Marcus, but good job. David Henry, former Olympia champion at OG, he was the very first 202 winner back in 2008 when it was just called the 202 Showdown. Third place, fourth place in 212 was Cam George, who we were just looking at a couple minutes, and Brazil's Alex Dos Anjos, who I had in my preview with Giles. Fifth place. Classic Physique was won by Justin Badorina from New Jersey. Wow, that was a big group. Second place was Gabriel Zancanelli from Brazil. We were looking at him on our preview as well. Third place, Dankovi Anderson, who we were just looking at a second ago. Okay, so men's physique was won by Mehdi Kabaj, who we were just looking at, from California. I believe George Farrar was his coach. I saw him in an interview. Second place, Ricardo Cannot. Third, where's Ricardo from? West Roxbury, somewhere. I wonder where that is. Third place, Puanyat Putoya from Thailand. Where did Sadiq? Sadiq was fifth place. So Sadiq, a former Olympia runner-up, very strong competitor a few years ago. Women's bodybuilding, again, yeah. It was Christina Mendoza from Vegas. First place. Congrats. Second place, Michaela Aycock from Florida. Third place, Sheena Oleg from New Jersey. Fourth, where's fourth? Okay, there it is. Lisa Kudry from Canada. And fifth place, Mela Ash from Texas. Women's figure, that's all over and done with. That was Lena Ramsteiner from Germany was your winner. Second place. This is all on ifbbpro.com, guys. They have the results up for everything that's happened so far. Kristen McGregor, second place from Jamaica. No, Jamaica, the country Jamaica. Not Jamaica, Queens, New York. Third place. Thais Cabrices Warner. And women's physique was won by Zama Benta. Oh, the girl with the back that I was all hyped up. She's the only one I showed on the preview with Giles, and I was just freaking out over how crazy her back looked. Second place, Jeannie Feldman. She's been a consistently strong competitor in women's physique for years now. Third place, Elena Aviles Romero. And you can go down the line. They had a lot of masters classes. Who won the masters over 50? Eric Eckenrode. He also won the over 55. Eric Eckenrode out of Maryland, United States. They had a masters over 60, a masters over 70. And wow, man, I just want to live that long. They had masters. So a lot of placings. A lot of placings. Oh, Mike is back. Welcome back, Mike. Welcome back. So, can you hear me, Mike? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Oh, man. I'm going to go back to next strength and power stuff. Okay. Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mike? Hang on. I'm going to remove him, put him back on. Can you hear me, Mike? I'm not sure. Oh, he's coming back. He's going into another window. No?
The best education I've ever had. At age 22, I received Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. To my key prayer warriors, Beth and Pastor Jeff and Kim, cousins Joe and Andy, Ben in my Bible study, Bob, Diana Blake, Dale Morris, Linda Rogas, and her late husband, Roger. Thank you.
I'm here.
Is that preacher coming from you?
Oh shit, honey, turn that down. I hit mute.
Mike's listening to someone trying to take his money.
It's the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and the guy getting inducted is a preacher. So I'm sorry about that, dude.
Oh, okay, no worries, dude. No worries at all. So, did you get something to eat? I'm a little concerned about your food.
Yeah, chicken and rice,
okay.
like the Euro still here. I'm sorry, bro.
Fair enough. No worries. So, all right. So we're back with Mike Cox, Big Mike Cox, on the ground, actually there, seeing the show live in person. So comment on that, Mike, because people try to judge these things from Instagram and they're looking at a tiny little image on their phone. You know, we always say you had to be there.
And you literally, Ron, have to be there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. I'm sorry about this. So here's the thing: the conditioning is something that it doesn't translate on camera, right? No matter how good the images are on camera, it's not the same as you're there. Specifically with David Henry, bro, you can't. Dude, this is driving me nuts. Hold on. I'm sorry, Ron. Dude, let me hop off so you're sure it's not screwed up, and I'll get all the situation. I'll come back on.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier. All right, dude. Sorry about that. All right. Bye. We're about to say it.
Mike leaving. Take Mike away. He's going to come back. So John's definitely winning. Yeah, I don't see how he's not winning at this point. He looks like a very, very dominant, and that's not taking away anything from either Mohamed Foda or Jordan Hutchinson. I think they both look fantastic. Vlad is a work in progress, man. Vlad's got couple things. He needs to fix his posing. He needs to hire a posing coach because people say, well, it's just posing practice. It's not. You need someone to work with you and tweak things. If your stance is off, if you're not controlling your midsection, if you need to drop your shoulder, you need to point your toes out a little bit. There's little nuances, little tiny differences can make such a difference in posing. And on your own, if you're just doing the same wrong things over and over in your practice, it's not going to get better. It's not that practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So I really hope Vlad gets with a good posing coach and improves that, because what a big kid. I say kid because I think he's like 29. Also coming off of a tricep. I believe it's a tricep tear. Somebody said they thought he might have broke his arm, but there's images on his Instagram from February where he's in a cast, and they showed a big incision with stitches. Looked like it went all the way from his elbow up to the very top of the tricep. So, okay, Mike's back. Come on back, Mike.
Bro, listen about that, people. Everything's situated. We're good to go. Like you were saying, Ron.
Yep.
In person is night and day different, right? I even looked at they show the show on the screen next to us.
Yeah.
And it looked a little bit, I don't want to say sharp. The color was different than what I saw on stage, right? Now, Foda on stage didn't look this tan. When I'm watching the video here, he did not look that tan at all on stage, right? But that guy, Ron, he is very visually impressive. The thickness throughout the chest, the quads, the back could be better, but that Chicago, he's just that Chicago condition, bro. Like, he's close to it. I think him not being like Chicago may have opened the door for Delarosa to come in, because John, again, he nailed it again. But the real thing, the battle is Hutchinson, man. That guy, he's not losing anything next to Foda. You know, so it's funny how different lineups, you know, certain guys stand out in different lineups. You know what I mean? And depending on who shows up on that day, it just can determine everything. But this is super competitive, man. Like, these top four are phenomenal. There's a guy from Pakistan. Sirhan's his name. I remember that because of the assassin, right?
I think this is Sarhan. Let's give him credit. Sarhan. Yeah.
Sarhan. Yes. This guy around, he's not super thick, but at that last call of the pre-gen, they put him back in with Louis Breed. Compared him next to Louis, who I thought would be a solid 5th place. So we'll see, you know, 5th or 6th between Louis and Sarhan. So it should be a good battle.
I'm going to take a look at him because I'm not familiar with this guy. I've heard the name, but, you know, I don't like to be that a-hole that doesn't know who the hell anybody is. So
I had no idea who he was.
So let's take a look.
Shape's a little wonky, but he is shredded, man. Like dug out.
Oh, look at that.
I guess, you know, the judges know him.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So this is Instagram. It's Big Sarhan, and he's a big dude. Wow. I mean, everybody looks awesome by themselves, but this guy's got a hell of a physique. Look at that.
And I think the judges noticed him, right, as they were judging again. Because I think they had Lewis up there in the first call out towards the left, and he was in the second call out, and he shined. He really shined that call out, bro. So you always want to see new guys, you know, come in there and make a mark. The thing with Lewis is just he was humongous, like maybe too much weight. His shape wasn't great to begin with, but I think the extra muscle may have made the waist a little bigger. It looked like he was having some trouble getting in some of his poses, like the front double a little bit. But maybe, I know Giles mentioned about you guys on your pre-show said about he's about 10 pounds up. Maybe 5 to 6 would have been better, but he was definitely bigger. It's just you got guys with great shape, and that makes a huge difference, man. Like that pose right there, that side tricep, that's lights out. That's a killer pose, man.
Dude,
that's
the
nasty,
MI40. Yeah, we found out there's two powerhouse gyms in Tampa, guys.
Yes.
MI40.
MI40 and the smaller powerhouse is super old school, no AC, no heat. You'll love it, bro. Great, love it.
You said no AC. I'm not going to love that.
Big fans. It's like Metroflex.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the story about Melvin Anthony had to be packed in ice when he tried to train?
Yes.
He's probably not the only one. That part would happen to me. I can't tell.
Oh, easily.
That was Lewis. Let's go back. Yeah, I can't find the Insta for this guy, Jason May, that was in the first call. I never heard of him, and he's an American. He's from Missouri.
He was on the far right. Yeah, dude, very big frame. When he's just standing there, you don't really notice him, right? But when he poses, he's got a lot going on. He's got a big body, right? Condition was very good. It's just the color. Again, I don't know what it is. Quite a few of these guys, even the classic guys, their color was a little off this weekend. But he looked phenomenal, man. He kind of came out of nowhere, bro, and held his own. Yeah.
Yeah. So I apologize, Jason. I tried to find your Instagram, could not find it. He's way over there on the right, if you guys can see that. But he made first call out. I mean, this is a tough lineup.
Yeah.
He's up there with Olympia caliber guys.
And you ain't want to see him if he maybe diets another 2 weeks because that's Texas, but he's got everything. It's just filling out that frame, which
Texas next weekend?
Next 2 weeks, right? I think 2 weeks.
No, it's next week. It's next week.
Oh, it's the next weekend. Okay.
Yeah. Then we get a break. There's no shows for the rest of August. And
no kidding. And then
it's Italy, UK Pro, and Legion. And I'm not sure if Italy's the last qualifier for Olympia or if UK Pro is. But
wow.
Legion Sports is not. So there's not many chances left. We just heard if someone else was going to do Italy. Who was it that wasn't in shape at the last show? Someone just announced they were going to really push. Was it
Hassan? Was it Hassan?
Oh, is Mustafa doing it?
Is it? I'm not sure. I haven't heard yet. I'm not sure if he.
I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody who was going to make things more interesting. That's all I remember.
Well, Hunter's doing it, bro. So what if Baruch decides to show up in Italy, or Nathan?
That's what I'm saying. Because I think Beirut is doing it.
Is he?
Giles said Nathan's all done. He said he's done for the season, but.
Okay.
If I'm Beirut and I know there's no way they're going to let me into the U.S. anyway, I'll just keep doing every show I can over there. Keep winning.
I'm winning every show in Europe. You know what I mean? Ruin everybody's qualification, bro. It's competition, man. If you don't want the guy to play to get that qualification, beat him, right?
Right.
It's just like anything else. Like Foda, I respect him for doing another show, right? It's just he may have won, he may have lost, but he did another show because that's extra money. Maybe his sponsors give him some more prize money, if some matches prize money. But you're professional bodybuilder. They compete. Guys don't compete like they used to. But more props to Foda for doing the show again, man.
Yeah, people get all in their feelings about it, saying, "Oh, he's not taking away a qualification." The Olympia is supposed to be the elite. I don't want to see 40 guys on the Mr. Olympia stage. That's not elite.
No.
That's like the old Night of Champions from 25, 30 years ago.
Yes. Real quick too, Ron. Tim Budesheim.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That sometimes you see big dudes come out and all you can do is laugh.
Yeah.
He has so much goddamn you tell his body's starting to get tired. He wouldn't have the same freshness to him. The color was a little off as well. But Jesus Christ, man, that guy's got a lot of muscle. That's Gearborg and Paulson from the 90s, bro. That's his twin.
What a reference. Gear was Norwegian. Yeah. What a reference.
Yes.
But Tim, I can't find any. If you guys want to turn your head sideways, we got a little. I hate having to do that shit. Turn my head. But let me do that. I'm going to go to Tim's Insta because he's got other footage on it. Every pose on his I like. I don't like his front double just because his waist is a little wider.
Right.
But this guy,
he has some nasty shots, man. That side chest and
very impressed with him. Looks like he wants some burgers. I don't know who that fat guy is. Sorry. Can you say fat? Is that a bad word now? I think it is. Tim
P-H-A-T. You're good.
Fat. Yeah. I just remembered it. Where'd I go? That's Jojo Siwa. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to show you Jojo Siwa. But I just want to go to some shots of Tim. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That was Chicago last week where he was second place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he second last week? The Foda?
I believe. Yeah, I think he was second to Foda. Or was it Vlad? No, he was third. It says it right there, third.
Third.
Yeah, Vlad Sukhoruchko was let's see how people exaggerate when they say the Spanish names on TV news.
Yes.
I do that with every name. Sukhoruchko. Tim Budesheim.
Roll the R's, bro.
Trying to really cater to kick ass.
I like his physique, man. He's densely packed of muscle.
Yeah, this is the only pose I'm not crazy, and that's just that's structure. He can't do anything about the width of his waist.
Yeah, no. But if there were points, he would be at the Olympia this year, bro. He's just been that consistent guy, man, over and over and over. I was pulling for him. You hope he would get that qualification, get that win, but it's not going to happen here today. He was looking at 6th or 7th, maybe. He was in that second call out.
I mean, he wasn't in the first call out, which had like 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3,
6 guys.
4, 5. Yeah, so he's not top 6 at this show. You're right.
No.
Yeah, and we were complaining about the point system. I don't hate the point system anymore. I want it back.
Maybe just have 3 guys instead of 5 guys. Maybe just have 3 guys for points. You know what I mean? So it's not because if you have 15, 20 pro shows, that's 20 guys qualified. Another 3 is 23.
Yeah,
that's a decent number.
Was it top 2 or top 3 that qualified when they had it?
I think it was the top 5. The top 5 guys
qualified. It was 3.
No,
I think it might have been just
the
2.
3.
I think it might have just been the top 3 guys in point standings. It might have been top 2. So, because you remember a few years ago in the Olympics, it had way too many people. Was it the 20?
It was Jesus, 20 or 21 or 20. One of those. It was ridiculous.
2022, because they were complaining because everybody was backstage and the open guys didn't go on. Yeah, that's the last one I covered.
Vegas one.
Giles was out there for that, and we were doing the reports. You were there, right? We were doing the.
No, I was actually Manny was waking up as the prejudging was ending that year.
Yeah, because it was on California time, which was 3 hours behind.
Yeah,
which really messes us up, us East Coast time guys.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Time.
So it was like,
we
didn't get out of there till like 1:30 in the morning, Vegas time, which would have been 4:30 in the morning for you. Oof.
Yeah.
But then you got people in Europe who were trying to watch them. They were all screwed up. So
yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough.
Goku did not expect Hutchinson to improve his conditioning that much. Yeah, some guys get worse. Like Foda, I wasn't at both, but Foda looked like he was a little sharper. I'm looking at pictures and video, sharper last week. Some people get better, and there's who knows. There's a million things that could be the reason why. We have no idea. But like what's his name? Nexzilla. He got sick, and that screwed up his conditioning. Yeah, that's a whole other.
But Hutchinson, man, I think they notice him now. Like he's been noticed. So, I'm not sure if he does Texas, he may be Andrew's doing Texas. So, but Hutchinson is that guy, dude. Like, I think come next year, when you do your previews, he's gonna be one of those guys that you got to talk about because the size is there. Like he's a big dude, and the conditioning is matched, right? And I think last week they didn't notice him at all. He got overlooked last week. They brought him out, I think, like in the second call out, and then brought him back with the other guys. Yeah. But you cannot notice. He's noticed. You can't ignore him anymore, bro. Like this guy, I want to say probably the surprise of the show.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even have him in my preview for Chicago. That's how off my radar the guy was. I profusely apologize since because he's much better than I miss people. It's a sin of omission. I'm not being an asshole and just saying, I'm not going to put this guy in my preview. A lot of times I go right by the name and it doesn't jump out at me for whatever reason. But this guy's legit. He's proved himself top 5 in Chicago. He's not doing any worse than 4th place. I don't think he's doing any worse than 3rd place today, right?
Second or 3rd. That's how I see it.
Top 3. Let's give him top 3 in our predictions. You were there, very impressive. I think he's not done. I think he can fill out a little bit more arms.
Yes.
Legs look really good. Yeah.
The presentation is phenomenal, bro. Like it's funny, Ron. You notice nowadays, you notice guys that they're posing because Tyler, Steve let him sit there, right? And I told Mandy, somebody's gonna drop. Steve does that. He lets them pose and pose to see who drops first, bro. But some of these guys, it's just the shaking, which I've done 1,000 times. I'm not saying I'm any better from not practicing over and over, right? Delarosa hit it. He hit it and nailed it and held it. So the props to Hutchinson, man. That dude, he nailed his posing, bro. He just killed that shit, killed that stuff.
Yeah, while you were off, I talked about Sukhoruchko is one guy that would just do so much better. I think it probably cost him like a placing or 2 at times, the posing.
Agreed.
And he just needs to. It's not that he needs to practice. He needs a posing coach, like you said, Cormier.
Yes.
Where is he? Well, he's off in Dubai, so Cormier's right there. Cormier's in Dubai.
But the back double is really hurting him. Like when you see him get in that, it's like a turtle shell. how he poses it, right? It's just that you're curious. You don't even know what his back double will really look like if you did it the correct way. Like that may just be like, oh crap, game over. You know, and like you said, that comes down to placing, man. Like you can't leave any stone unturned because he's got the physique. Like he's got the physique. Looks like he's got the condition nailed. If you remember last couple of years, right, we were kind of waiting for him to. He kind of fooled everybody because his Insta pictures were so good, but he didn't show it. He's got it down now. He has everything, right? He's got to get that posing down. But he's a kid though, right? He's like 26, 27.
Yeah, we're seeing a whole new group of people that are sort of getting. The older guys are retiring. They're starting to slip down the places. Some of them, you see this every few years with the changing of the guard, with the new blood coming in. Vlad's somebody to watch. He's making his way up. Why do I keep coming back to JoJo Siwa? I don't know. How the hell did I go from Vlad to that? I don't know. Oh,
it's like fitness.
Yeah. But shit. Go back. The reason I want to show this was March. Well, this was late February. This is Vlad. His arm was like, I don't know if it was broken. I think it was torn. I'm watching the whole. Can you? Is this on?
You see the scar? I looked at the scar, bro. I saw the scar on our tricep on stage, but
so I don't think it was broken because look at that. When your arm's broken, they don't cut you wide open like that. Because he doesn't say what the injury is. But yeah, I think that was a tricep tear, and I've torn a tricep.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, everything. I can't believe he was back to any kind of training that quickly. But looking at him today,
that's
which
amazing,
is,
isn't it?
We're only in the start of August, so that's like 5 months. He did that.
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, I mean, he's been competing. He did Chicago. Did he do a show before Chicago too?
Yeah, I think he did one before Chicago, right? Because I don't know. I think Chicago was the first one. I believe that was the first one this year.
Yeah. Well, look at that. That's him in the blue trunks there. Second from the right. Big SOB, man. This kid's
and his color is great too, bro. He gets his color down. Pat is perfect.
Yeah.
It's just you got to get that posing down, man.
Yeah, because I was going nuts looking at his. I think it was Chicago. He kept fumbling trying to get into the front lat spread, like slipping and sliding on himself. And
yes,
no, I mean, you only have a couple seconds to make that great impression on the judges and everything. But geez, this guy's got a hell of a physique.
He's when you see him, man, the condition, like it's just that gnarly old school 90s like Nasser condition, man. That nastiness, bro. Yeah. You know, there's some freaks in the show. There's some definite freaks in the show. Hey, Ron, listen, I'm gonna get dressed. I'll be back at 3:30.
Yes, sir.
Put my pretty face on. Mandy's waiting for me, looking all beautiful and shit.
Of course.
So I'll be back on tonight, man. So looking forward to talking to you, bro.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Mike. Peace out. And there goes Mike. All right, guys. Gonna take some more of your comments, and then we'll be done because they're starting finals shortly. Hutchinson. Rubiel is peeled for Italy. Oh, that's who I couldn't remember. It was Rubiel Nexzilla, who is going to continue his dieting. He obviously missed his peak for the Dubai show, was sick, things happen. But we're glad, every bodybuilding fan is glad Nexzilla is going to keep going. And now he's going to push Hunter Labrada and whoever else shows up. I bet Beirut shows up at the Italy show too, coming up in a few weeks. So that should be very interesting. It's over for Hunter. I don't know about that. Don't count out Hunter. Hunter looks pretty damn good too. So I'm going to take off now, guys. We're going to be back in a couple hours with the final results from the show, the Tampa Pro, and that's it. So if you guys take that off, if you like the channel, which I hope you do, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like the video, share it on your social media platforms. And of course, if you don't already have your notification bell rung so you know when I'm putting out content, please hit that bell, ring that bell. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Of course, follow me on Instagram. It's the same thing, Ron Harris Muscle. That's it, guys. Going to take off for now. This is the Tampa Pro coming back with results soon. A couple hours from now, we'll see if John Delarosa does pull off the win and his Olympia qualification, or if Mohamed Foda can make enough of a difference in a couple hours' time to take it away from him, or or even Jordan Hutchinson. Who knows? So we'll find out very, very soon, guys. Keep it here. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out.